One of the biggest mistakes I see expecting moms make has nothing to do with supplements. It has nothing to do with registries. And honestly, it doesn't even have to do with where they're planning to give birth. I think one of the biggest decisions you'll make during pregnancy is deciding who gets a voice during one of the most important seasons of your life. Because the moment you find out you're pregnant, something interesting happens. Everybody suddenly becomes an expert. Your mom has advice. Your neighbor has advice. Instagram has advice. Facebook mom groups definitely have advice. Even somehow the cashier at Target has advice. And if you've been pregnant for more than a week, you probably already heard someone tell you, sleep while you can. As if that's somehow helpful. The truth is, pregnancy can be incredibly exciting, but it also can be very overwhelming. Not because your body isn't capable, but because there are so many voices competing for your attention. And that's why I think one of the healthiest things you can do during pregnancy is become really intentional about who gets a seat at your table. Because the people you surround yourself with will absolutely shape your experience. There's actually a really cool example of this in nature. When an elephant is getting ready to give birth, the other female elephants gather around her and form a circle. They protect her. They keep predators away. They create a safe environment for both mom and baby. I've always loved that picture because mothers were never meant to do this alone. They were meant to have a tribe, a team, people who make them feel safer instead of more afraid. And honestly, that's exactly what happened to my wife and I. When my wife was pregnant, we originally planned on delivering at a birth center in Florida. On paper, it looked like a great fit. But as the pregnancy went on, something just didn't feel right. Nothing dramatic happened. She just didn't feel supported. She didn't feel heard. Every appointment left us with more questions than answers. Eventually, we looked at each other and said, I don't think this is our team. So we switched. And looking back, I'm so thankful that we did. The midwives at the new birthing center took their time. The birth assistants were doulas. They answered questions. They respected our vision. They educated us instead of talking down to us. We walked out of appointments feeling more confident than when we walked in. And that completely changed our experience. Looking back, I don't think we were just changing birth centers. We were changing environments. Because here's something we've learned in neurologically focused chiropractic. Environment changes neurology. Environment changes physiology. The environment your nervous system experiences changes how it functions. And during pregnancy, your nervous system isn't just affecting you. It's helping create the environment your baby is developing within. That's why we spend so much time talking about the nervous system and regulating the nervous system. The baby's brain begins developing within just a few weeks after conception. The autonomic nervous system is developing. The vagus nerve is developing. Communication pathways between brain and body are developing. Throughout pregnancy, your baby is constantly receiving information about the world through you. Now, before anyone hears guilt in that statement, please don't. Stress happens. Life happens. Perfection isn't the goal. Adaptability is. The goal isn't to never experience stress. The goal is to have a nervous system that knows how to recover from it. Here's why your birth team matters so much. The people you choose to surround yourself with can either help your nervous system feel safe, or they can keep it stuck in survival mode. Think about that. Have you ever left a doctor's appointment feeling calmer than when you walked in? Like someone actually listened? Like someone answered your questions? Like someone believed in you? I compare that to leaving an appointment feeling rushed, confused, or wondering if I should have asked more questions. Those experiences matter. Your nervous system notices the differences. That's why when we're interviewing providers, I wouldn't just ask about credentials. I'd pay attention to how you feel. Do they actually listen? Do they make space for your questions? Do they explain things in a way that helps you understand? Or do you feel like another number on their schedule? I also want to know how they view birth. Do they believe your body was designed to do this? Do they understand physiological birth? And of course, emergencies happen, and thank goodness we have incredible providers when they do. But there's a big difference between preparing for emergencies and expecting them before labor even begins. I also love seeing providers who collaborate. The best birth teams don't pretend to have every answer. They value working alongside other chiropractors, doulas, pelvic floor therapists, lactation consultants, nutrition professionals, and others because they all want the same outcome. Healthy moms, healthy babies, healthy families. And finally, I'd ask myself one simple question after every appointment. Did I leave feeling more empowered or more fearful? Because your Providers should educate you, not intimidate you. They should help you make informed decisions, not make you feel like your voice doesn't matter. At Milestone Family Chiropractic, that's exactly why we start by looking at the nervous system. Before we ever talk about birth plan, before we talk about labor, before we talk about postpartum, we want to know how well your nervous system is adapting. That's why every expecting parent begins with our neurological insight scans. Instead of guessing, we measure. We look at heart rate variability. We evaluate the autonomic nervous system. We assess stress patterns and how well the brain and body are communicating. Because when you understand the nervous system, you can create a plan that actually is built around how your body is functioning. If you're pregnant or preparing for pregnancy, my encouragement is simple. Protect your peace, protect your circle, choose providers who make you feel heard, choose providers who respect your vision, and make sure you're taking care of the one system that influences every other system, your nervous system. If you'd like to see exactly how your nervous system is adapting during pregnancy, we'd love to help. Our neurological insight scans give us an incredible window into how your body is functioning so we can create a personalized plan for you and your growing family. Because one of the greatest gifts you can give your baby starts long before they're born. It starts with creating the healthiest environment possible for them to grow.